Alright, man, peace. Welcome back to Kenem White. It is episode 9 of the Service Architect Diaries. It's been about 3 to 4 weeks. So a lot's kind of happened in the last like 3 to 4 weeks. Nothing like job wise or career wise, but just more of like internal conversation about like the journey so far. And yeah, it's been pretty interesting. Oh, sorry, someone's calling me. No, don't call me. Kakoile. But yeah. So the last couple weeks have been a really good internal conversation around like whether like what I'm doing actually continue like the service architect journey, and yeah, so kind of had a bit of like a crossroads where like I had a realistic conversation with myself about my like journey or lived experience so far as an adult since leaving uni, and I come to the conclusion that I never really had a long enough runway, or I never really had the kind of compounding effect of being in a job for long enough to really see the benefit of your effort over time. And because for me, my lived experience has been kind of start stop, or get somewhere and then it only lasts a couple months and then you're back to square one again. So just had a lot of those conversations with myself, and just a bit of a more realistic picture where like I was able to really ascertain like did I actually have a good enough chance, or did I actually, and also was I able to actually give it my all? Now, at moments, yes, but again, it's not about the moment, it's about the compounding effect over time. And yeah, we come to the conclusion that, hey, this journey, we should still continue it because it's still valuable and it's a great skill, and it's a skill that will be around for a good couple of years. And also within service design, you can branch out into many different things. So yeah, that's what I've been doing for the last like 3 to 4 weeks. um, but yeah, as you guys know, I am a shop manager at William Hill, so kind of doing that at the same time, and there's a lot of new developments in that regard. In terms of the William Hill project, yes, it's completely finished, and also because I have like nothing going on at the moment, like it's kind of a new space. So I've also been trying to understanding that, and like it's been really good with a lot of clarity. And that's what, again, this is what like the past couple of weeks have been about. There's a lot of like clarity and understanding, and just again a realistic framing of Keenum. And yeah, we're here, and yeah, the journey continues. We continue to endure, and yeah, we're just excited, man. We get excited to get back to it, and yeah. So within those 3 weeks, I was able to get my new website done. Actually, let me go. So, yeah, my new website. So as you know, we brand ourselves as service designer because that's what we're trying to move to. We are open to new roles, as you know. I think I showed you in the last like couple videos. I'm not too sure. I don't really remember. But yeah, I was in Leicester, and I was able to just knock this out in one evening. Like with Framer, I thought it'd take like a while, but no, just knocked it out, man. Figma to Framer, listen, it is a cheat code. But yeah, so as you can see, it looks a lot better. And yes, we are claiming the William Hill project as a real project. We do not care. It's a real project. But yeah, I was able to, you know, just update it. And I want to actually update the actual case study page, because there's like new developments on my end of like how I can present information a lot clearer. And yeah, so we were able to get all the case studies done that we needed. So Jaundice is here, the Hyla project and the William Hill project is here. Um, so right, okay, yeah. So everything's here. Again, there's of course improvements that we can make, but again, we just really just care about getting things done and out there rather than it just like sitting in some Figma file and just trying to be perfect, because again, this is design and you can constantly iterate. But yeah, so this is so this is what it looks like at the moment. It's quite basic, but again, it's just functional, and that's really what we care about. It's just functional, and it's there. You know what I mean? So if someone asks, hey, you have any service design case study? Yep, here you go. But again, in terms of the design of the actual case study pages, there are quite a few improvements that I need to make, and it's still necessarily going to be the same type of content, but again, how we structure it is going to be slightly different. So I'm going to look to get that done in the next week, and I'll loop back to you on that one. But yeah, I'm really happy with a lot of this new case study work. John Lewis, I don't think anyone's ever seen this. I think maybe a few people, but yeah, this is like really, really good. This is like this John Lewis project was a really good project because it kind of was like my introduction into service design. So I learned service design back in 2023, like my introduction with Interaction Design Foundation, IDF, service design, integrated experiences. My spelling's going to be terrible. Yeah. How you design for integrated experiences. This is a really good course if you look into like just like a, oh, it's free. Oh no, sorry. You can, as an introduction, but again, you'll need to have additional stuff to do. You need additional stuff. So back in like 2022, when I got let go from like all my jobs, I learned this. I was studying this, and then I spent 6 months studying, and then I realized, oh, I have all this theory. It's all well and good, but if I'm not applying it to anything, is it really beneficial? Do you know what I mean? So like, because theory and real world experience is two different things, and that's where like I really appreciated like the learning that I was doing with Interaction Design Foundation, because that allowed me to use the learning in Jaundice. So a lot of the stuff that I was doing, I don't know if I can actually show you. Actually, let me see if I can show you. I might have to log out. Actually, I should be able to log in here. It should be here, right? Jaundice, yeah. Mirrorboard is right here. Yeah, we can go on that. Just give me a second. But yeah, so this is what my like first introduction into service design was. Now again, this project was way out of my league. No, later. This is like way out of my league in terms of like not necessarily out of my league, but out of my like capacity for like where my brain was at the time. Because what this was this was me learning. This was me attempting to use the knowledge learned in the course in the real world, but at the same time trying to start a business or found a business, which was Jaundice. And yeah, the two just really didn't mesh well. But I did give it my all, and I did, try my best. And at the time, as I was doing it, I was having interviews, and I was showcasing a lot of it in the interviews. But yeah, it's pretty good. But yeah, so Jaundice, man, this is really good. This is like really good work. I think it's like 100. What the hell is that? Oh right, yeah. This is like this is good work, man. Like I really do like it a lot. It's just really new to like Miro, new to ethnographic study, ethnographic research, ethnographic studies. I was using Typeform for like research and stuff like that, and quant metrics. Like, yeah, it's pretty good. Like, even like learning about and trying to do role-based personas, and like these people are actually real people. Really, I don't think he would do it. I don't think he's doing that now. I think he's probably moved on. Amjad, some of you, I've still seen him around. But yeah, like this was like really, really good work early on. Just the same. I was never really able to like manifest it, but yeah, it's just like the 5 whys analysis, getting to the root cause, problem statements, role-based personas, just a different approach to design, and then the experience maps, and then the journey maps. even the value proposition canvas, this is like all new stuff. Like this is all new learning, all new information. I was just able to again be pragmatic and figure it out as I went. And then you can see like this task 14. This is from what is this? There's a website called 100 tasks, and I paid for it, and it's just basically 100 tasks to help you create a business, like found a business and make it legit and hopefully sustain it. And that's really what I really want to do. So at the time, there was this app called Rodeo, and this is where like I got a lot of my like insight into what Jaundice could be. But the problem with I had with Jaundice and why it kind of fizzled out is because I couldn't figure out how to make money. Like with the actual core app of it, it basically all it is. It's just an integrator of. Let me go back. You have all your delivery applications. So you have Uber, Deliveroo, Just Eat, Hungry Panda, Stewart, all these different platforms. But they're all, again, fragmented, right? It's all in a separate space. So what Jaundice was an integrator of all these different platforms, and you have a more transparent picture of how much you're earning in real time and how much you're earning today, and gives you a kind of more, a richer picture of, again, your earning and other things. But the problem that I had was like, what was the value of it and how was I able to make money? Because it's all well and good to have a nice application in App Store, but if it's not making money, it's not making sense. So what I was actually like towards the end was like leaning to was I knew the government was kind of gonna clamp down on Uber drivers and courier on-demand workers. That's what the markets, that's what the space is called. But in the on-demand space, I knew they were going to clamp down, and when it comes to like taxes and reporting, and I knew a lot of drivers just weren't doing so. So what I wanted to do was like pivot from like, it's still necessarily being an integrator, but it's going to be more of like a finance application where like you deal with your taxes and you deal with this and you deal with that, and just again transparency and being able to have a community, have a place where you have all your earnings in one spot, and if you want to integrate with QuickBooks or whatever other platform, there is the option there. But again, that was like way out of my league, and the project still could be relevant, but sometimes you just gotta leave things alone, and just move on and just appreciate the time spent, because again, this is a lot of like really good work, and yeah, it's just, yeah, I'm just really happy with this project, man. Like, even though like nothing came of it, but what actually came of it was experience. What actually came of it was just a greater understanding of how service design works in a real world setting, even though it's mostly just me. But yeah, like I said, I'm really happy with this. It was more of like exploratory project, because there was an end goal. The end goal was the application, but yeah, to be honest with you, just sometimes a project this big doesn't really manifest in the way that you'd like it to. But again, it's all good. But yeah, so that is Jaundice. I've never actually spoken about that publicly, but yeah. And also the thing as well is like, with like a lot of this, like because you can go in any different direction. One of the things I struggled with back then was like scope, because fintech app integrator, all these different things, right? But again, like here, like going straight to a mobile app would be premature without deeper validation and feasible work. Like that's really all service design is. Feasible, whether it's feasible to do so, financially viable, and it's scalable. And Jaundice just wasn't that, because the problem with Jaundice as well is like because of how you get the data, you'd use an API as an integrator, as the kind of conduit to gather people's information. But the problem is, apps like Uber love to restrict your information and love to hold your data. And now, of course, the rider can just download their information, but again, that is an added step because the goal was to create a seamless experience. The seamless experience would be there, but again, you'd have to have this additional step. But like I said, it can still work, it can still run, but again, the question then there is why the hell would I import information into your platform when I can, if really you're moving into, taxes and finance, why don't I just go with QuickBooks, or why don't I just go with Zero or some other better platform? But yeah, so at the time, like I was reading Peter Thiel 0 to 1, so I was like focused on being a big player in a small space, and but yeah, I have a lot of information, a lot of people's data. I have like 100 people's emails, and stuff like that. So yeah, man, like it's good work. Like it's really good work, and I'm really happy about it. But yeah, it's like that's really it. I think there's two more projects I can add to this. So there's Vanilla and the Bex Money work. The Bex Money work would probably be something similar to like the UI design, like this, because there's not much really that I can show because I don't have access to any of the what's it called, the mock-ups or any like designs on paper. I have no idea where they are. Well, actually, I do have them there, but yeah, there is like two more projects I can add to this my like portfolio. So, but yeah, pretty much it, man. That is pretty much it. That's pretty much the update. No, I talked about Jonas a lot on this one, but yeah. So that's pretty much it, man. We're back, and that's really it. That's the freedom. That's the main thing. We're back. So next week, we got quite a bit. We got 2 interviews next week. One on Monday and one on Tuesday. The one on Tuesday is in person, which is okay, I guess, which is fine, I guess, but we have to travel to get there. And again, I'll let you know after the events happened. One's a contract role. Well, they're both technically contract roles. One's for like from I think maybe not now, maybe like March till December, and the other one's like for 2 years, which again, both are just fine because again, it's just that stepping stone into the industry of into the world of service design, and then once you in it, you can really be able to, like I said, in the space right now where there's not much going on, you can actually maximize. I can actually maximize my career and get back to it, and there's a lot of things that I can do because, as you know, with this one, there's not much investment in terms of like not much capital in terms of like me trying to spend $2,000 on a course. Not that I don't want to, it's just that right now it's just not feasible, and we just have to remain pragmatic. And then once we get there, now we can make that investment. So one of the courses that again is the ITIL service ITIL like courses, because I know that keeps popping up everywhere I see it. But again, we can just remain pragmatic on what we're trying to do and what we have, and getting everything we can out of what we got. So, but yeah, that's pretty much the update, man. That's the week 9 update. Yeah, I will see you next week. Peace.